Hi, this is Vishali from Just Tutors, and in this video today we'll be talking about Nandita in Mumbai. So let's have a look at the topics we'll be covering. Nandita in Mumbai, water crisis in Mumbai, learning new things, another house, worry for Nandita's mama to leave their house. So let's have a quick intro about Nandita and how she landed in Mumbai. So when Nandita and her mother got off the train at the Mumbai station, it was so crowded. She quickly got hold of her mother's hand. She was thinking about how her mama would find them in the crowd. Just then, she heard someone calling loudly from behind, Nandita, Nandita. So that was, let's find out who was the person who was shouting from behind. She turned back and there was her mama. They left the station and were soon on their way to her mama's house. It was crowded everywhere on the streets. There were many huts lined all across the narrow street. They went through the street to reach her mama's house, and who all were there at the house? Mama, Mami, their two daughters, and the son. They all were living in one room. And now they too have to live in that one room with them. So it is here that they sit, sleep, cook, and wash all in one room. Nandita's house in the village also has only one room, but they used to have separate places for cooking and for bathing. They also have a courtyard outside in her village house. Let's talk about the water crisis in Mumbai. There is shortage of water in Mumbai. So Nandita, her mami, and Seema get up at 4 o'clock every morning and go to the public tap to fill water. There are so many fights for water there. So they are just too if there are so many fights that if in any case they get a little late, they are not able to fill water for that day. There is no tap in their house in the village too. The pond in the village has but in their village there is a pond which has water. So it takes 20 minutes for them to walk to it. In summer, sometimes the water in the pond dries up. But then they have to walk for almost 1 hour to the river to get water. But in the village, there were no fights for water. There is a toilet at the end. Everyone in the street uses that toilet. But it was always very dirty and smells so bad. At first, it used to make her want to vomit, but at times there is no water. They have to take water with them. Now she's getting used to all this. In the village, people go to open places or fields for the toilet, but there are different places for men and women to go. So, what all new things she's learning? Every day, Nandita goes to the hospital by bus to see her mother. At first, she was too scared to get into such crowded buses. She was not at all used to it. She was afraid. But now, it's like that she got used to it. She knows how to stand in line, how much to pay for the ticket, and where to get down. Where they stay, there is a tall building nearby. Nandita's mommy works in 7 houses there. She washes utensils and cleans the houses, and one day Nandita went there with her. When she first saw the building, she thought that it was one big house, but she found out that there were many houses, one on top of another. She was wondering how she would climb so many stairs, but then there was a lift to take people up and down. She was very scared in the beginning, but it was like a big iron cage with fan and light and even a bell. So many of them got into the lift, somebody pressed the button and lift went up quickly. Another house. So she reached another house. Nandita's mommy took her first to Bablu's house. His house was on the 12th floor. It's a big house having so many rooms, one to sit in, one to eat in, one to sleep in, one to cook in. Their toilet was also in the house. It took her mommy a lot of time to clean Bablu's house. but she could work easily. So there was a tap in the kitchen and water flowed from it. Bablu put a bucket under the tap to fill water for his bath. Then he sat down to watch the TV. So much water was wasted, so Nandita did not like it at all. She went there and closed the tap. So now Nandita is worrying for her mama to leave their house. Nandita's mama is so worried, so she cannot ask him to take her to Chowpatty. Last week, some people had come there with the notice that everyone should have to move out of this place, saying that a big hotel will be built there. Her mama said that this is the third time in the last 10 years that he got such notices. People who live here have been given another places to make their houses, but it's very far away from there. It's like at the another corner of the city. There is no drinking water there, no electricity. She doesn't even know if she'll be getting any bus that goes there or not. So let's move ahead and try some quick questions here. You can pause the video and try these questions out. Alright, so let's check the answer. What are the main differences between her house in village and her mama's house? Her mama's house has his mama, mommy, their two daughters and one son. They all live in one room. It is that here it is in one room they sit, sleep, cook and wash. They do everything all in one room. And in her house in village, that only that also has only one room, but they have separate places for cooking and bathing. They also have a courtyard there. What are the main problems in Nandita's mama's house? The main problems were they all live in one room where they have to do each and everything just there in one room. They sit there in one room, they sleep there, they cook there and they even wash there. Let's talk about the next one. What new things Nandita has learned? So Nandita has learned how to stand in line, how much to pay for the ticket, and where to get down from the bus. Whose house Mommy took Nandita to? Mommy took Nandita to Bablu's house. How will Mama reach his workplace from so far? Mama will reach his workplace from bus. So that's all for today. For more videos, please log in to justtutors.com. Thank you so much for watching.